This is what 40 pounds of fat loss looks like. And no, I didn't step foot in a gym. So 2 years ago, I was stuck. I avoided taking photos at all costs. I just hated seeing myself. You know, I'd hide behind oversized shirts and hoodies, cancel plans because I hated how I looked, and avoid family photos because I didn't want evidence of how far I'd let myself go. Okay? You know, I'll never forget the night I broke down. I just seen a selfie of myself I took earlier that day. You know, I didn't even recognize myself. That's when I knew if I didn't change now, I would suffer. I spent hours gaming, eating junk food, and escaping reality. Video games didn't just waste my time, okay? They made me look and feel worse. Essentially, I was stuck in this loop, and no one told me to change. Not even the people who saw me every day. But here's the thing though, even if they had told me, I still wouldn't have listened. I've learned that no amount of outside pressure can make you change unless you decide to. It all comes down to you. If you don't take that first step to be better, everyone else telling you to do so is pointless. Okay? I learned that the hard way. Then one day something clicked. I realized I wasn't just unhappy with my body, I was unhappy with my life. And for the first time, I decided to take control. Now, this is the story of how I lost fat, built a physique I'm proud of, and discovered the one thing that changed everything. So stick around, because if I can do it, you can as well. And at the end of this video, I'll show you how to get my free blueprint to help you start your own journey. Okay, so let me start with this. Your mindset. Now, for years, I didn't care about how I looked or what I ate. I'd, sit in my room for hours just talking to strangers online, but feeling more alone than ever. But one day I realized something. If I didn't change, I was going to stay stuck in the same place forever. Here's the thing. Fat loss does require some motivation, but motivation alone is never enough. What you need is a system, a plan, something you can stick to even when you don't feel like it. Okay? Now for me, that system was simple. I stopped overcomplicating things. I didn't try to follow someone else's plan. I created my own. And that's exactly what I want to help you do. By the way, if you're finding this helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Now, let's talk about calories, okay? Yes, calories matter. But It's not just about eating less, okay? It's about eating in a way that works for you. So when I first started, I used my fitness to track everything. I logged every calorie, every macro. It was a game changer, right? But after a while, I stopped using it. Why? Because I memorized what I was eating. I ate the same thing every day, and called protein oat bars. They were packed with protein, duh, right? And fiber. So I barely felt hungry. And that made it so much easier to stick to my plan. Of course, here's the catch. That might not work for you, okay? And that's okay. The key is to find a routine that keeps you consistent, all right? If you're constantly hungry, you are going to binge. If you're eating foods you hate, you are going to quit. Now, let me tell you something. Every time I opened a pizza box, it felt like I was betraying myself, right? But once I realized food wasn't the enemy, my habits were, everything changed. I stopped seeing pizza as a villain and started seeing it as a choice, right? A choice. And I chose to fuel my progress instead of numbing my feelings. So, experiment. Find what works for you. Maybe it's tracking your macros. Maybe it's meal prepping. Or maybe it's finding foods that keep you full. My point is, hunger is a signal. You must listen to it and adjust accordingly. Now let's talk about training, okay? So here's the facts. You don't need a gym to lose fat. You don't need equipment or complicated routines. All I did was pull-ups, dips, and squats, right? And I added a weighted backpack to make it harder. And of course, I did some push-ups as well. Can't forget about that. And that's it, right? No machines, no dumbbells, no overthinking. And I still got results because consistency beats complexity every single time. You don't need the perfect workout plan. You just need to move your body regularly and challenge yourself. If you're overcomplicating your workouts, you gotta stop. You gotta start simple, okay? Do body weight exercises. Now, once those become easy, add weight to keep progressing. Just keep showing up. Here's the big picture. Fat loss isn't about following the latest trend or copying someone else's routine. It's about creating a lifestyle that you can actually maintain. So when I started, I thought I had to do everything perfectly. That is, eat clean 100% of the time, never miss a workout, and follow every rule in the book. But that mindset only set me up for failure, okay? What actually worked was focusing on sustainability. I stopped chasing quick fixes and, started building habits that fit into my life. For example, I stopped meal prepping those oat bars because I got bored. Okay? And that's fine. The best plan is the one you can stick to, even when life gets messy. right? So if you're feeling overwhelmed, just take a step back, okay? Ask yourself, can I see myself doing this a year from now? If the answer is no, it's time to simplify, right? Focus on progress, not perfection. That's how you create real, lasting change. So here's the takeaway. Fat loss isn't just about motivation or extreme diets or perfect workouts, okay? It's about mindset, consistency, and creating systems that work for you. So if you're ready to take control, the free blueprint I mentioned earlier is your first step. It's practical, straightforward, and designed to help you build muscle and lose fat, even if you're starting from scratch. Look, this is your chance to build the body you've always wanted. Okay? Are you ready? And let's make it happen.